So we have a very short period of time because you have to practice. Because practice does what?
Makes it perfect.
Practice makes perfect. So how many were here this morning when we were talking? Almost half of you?
Well, they're assistants, so like.
Yeah, so all the master sergeants were here, right? And maybe you? No? There was somebody had a haircut just like yours. All right, so you guys doing good? So let me ask you, Master Sergeant, how come you're here? What is your purpose? What's your purpose in this class? Tell me what you do.
Oh, I do attendance.
Okay?
You're my admin, she's my admin.
So you're the admin
Administrative.
person, okay? Who does logistics? Who does the supply stuff?
No. We
Nobody?
don't do S1 or anything
But I
like
see the diamond on you back there.
that. Any master sergeant can do that.
So what does that mean? What does a diamond mean?
I must be a leader in this class.
First sergeant, right?
Yes.
So you're the first sergeant. So the next grade for you would be this one right here, Sergeant Major, or Command Sergeant Major. So, you know, less than 1% of those in the military ever get to this rank, okay? 1% of the population actually serves in the military, okay? So right now, if you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 of you, so 14 of you serve in the military, what would that equate to that you're representing how much of the population? If it's 1% and you're 14, what would that be? A lot. I'll tell you, a lot. Right? Right? 1%. So that makes you unique. That makes you special. Okay? Because you've decided to come to this class. You've decided to put on that uniform. Now, what I understood now is those uniforms came from Fort Sill, Oklahoma, where soldiers were using them. And after the basic training in school, they get new ones, and these were donated to you. So there were soldiers that actually used these uniforms. Those are the real ones that volunteered, like me and Specialist Bell, that volunteered to serve in the United States Army. Okay? Just like your hero, which your teacher should be your hero, served in the Marine Corps. Okay? That's not easy. Okay? So being special and being different is good. Okay? Now the 6th grade class that was here, the 3 that we talked to, they have these signs up all over the school, don't they? Okay, what signs are they? It's about bullying, right? So, bless you. How do we feel about bullying? Okay, so everybody give me one word about how they feel about bullying. What's your one word? Dumb. Dull-witted? That's her turn. Stupid? Stupid? Dumb? Dumb? Stupid?
Ignorant.
Ignorant? Stupid?
Serious.
Serious? Because it's a serious situation, isn't it?
No.
Dumb?
Stupid.
Stupid?
Courageous. Outrageous.
Outrageous? Yes, ma'am.
Hurtful. Painful.
Hurtful, painful. You know, people that bully other people are usually those that are insecure about their own self. And so they're looking for themselves, some way to feel better about themselves because they can't. They can't feel good about themselves. Because maybe something in their life is going on that makes them not have the self-worth to feel good about themselves. Right? And so that they're going to pick on you. Or they're going to pick on you. Or they're going to pick on you. It's not good, is it? It makes you feel bad. Okay? Believe it or not, I was picked on as a kid. Mainly by my older brothers, but I was picked on. It happens. It happens to every one of us. Do you think I get picked on now?
No.
Sometimes I do, but it's usually by my wife. Right? Or my kids. But no, because I stand up for myself. Just like you do. When you put that uniform on, you're basically taking all the power and energy of those who wore it before you and those that served before you, and you become something even more than what you were. So then it's not about you. You know, there's a uniform over there from World War I. And when you read about what that gentleman went through, okay, that's our history. That's who we are. Okay? Now, when you look at your school, does everybody wear this uniform in school?
No.
Just that 1%. So you defend everybody else in that school, don't you? You defend them from being bullied. You defend them from, you know, what else? Bullying, being made fun of, you know, teasing them, fighting. You do that. You set the example. You show people in that school what right looks like by wearing that uniform. And that's the expectation of anybody in uniform. So for 36 years I've been doing this. Now, we all make mistakes, and that's okay. You pick yourself back up and you continue to march. You continue to move forward. Which way is the flag going on your uniform? If you are marching, which way is it going? Forward. But you know why it faces that way? Because we do not retreat. We don't retreat. We can regroup, but we never retreat. We're always moving forward because the flag waves that way when the wind's blowing at it. So we never retreat. We always move forward. And that's the example that you're going to be to those individuals in that school. I challenged the sixth graders earlier to go by and say hello to somebody. Just say hello and see how much it'll change. Because after a while, everybody in the hallway is going to be saying hello to everybody. As long as they continue to do that. So I encourage you to do that. Encourage you to say hello to somebody in there. Whether you know them or not, it's immaterial. Just say hello. I don't mind doing that. I love to say hello to people. I did it in the elevator this morning. It was kind of neat to see the shock on their face, like, why is this guy saying hello? Hey, I'm being polite. I'm being nice. Okay? But that's a good thing, right? You know, it's a good thing to stand out. It's a good thing to be part of a team. How many people does it make? How many people does it take to make a team? Right? Two people. Two people to make a team. How many are in here? How many in the last class?
28.
And the sixth graders? Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. So let's say there's 100 of you. That's an army. It's not just a team. That's an army. And you guys can help make sure that bullying doesn't happen. That people are being treated with respect and dignity. For 36 years, I've made sure that we've tried to do that in the military. So whether I was a soldier and I had leaders, or whether I was a leader and had soldiers, I tried to make sure that they were treated the same as what I would want to be treated, or how I was treated when I was a private, or a specialist, or a corporal, or a sergeant. Because sometimes as master sergeants and lieutenants, you know, and the first sergeant, you start wearing the rank and you think you're all that in a bag of chips, right? Right? Have you ever heard that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Even chips have an expiration date. Yeah, they go bad. So as leaders, we can go bad, right? We shouldn't. Because you know, as you as leaders, you know who our job security is? Yep. Everybody around you is your job security. And if you're not doing it right, they suffer. Okay? And that's everybody in the school. That's everybody outside. You know, we defend, especially as Bill and I, we defend what you stand for. And you stand for what's on your right shoulder. We're not a perfect nation, but we are a great nation. We are a great nation. And we're still growing and learning. We're a very young nation. You need to understand that. We're still very young. And we're still doing our best to do our best. Okay? And you can be part of that. You know, serving has been, you know, a part of my life since before I joined. My dad was in the Marine Corps. He served honorably for 20 years in the Marine Corps and retired as a gunnery sergeant. My grandfather, my great-great-grandfather was the Adjutant General of the Army. He was a one-star general in 1897. Just an honorable man, honorable service. And that's what you can do here. As you progress and you go into high school, maybe you get into junior, you know, was it junior officer or junior reserve officer training program, right? If you get into that, that's a great program. You learn discipline. You learn how to take care of yourself. You learn how to take care of others. And that's what the military has taught me, is not only how to take care of myself, but how to take care of others. I'm not perfect, but my heart goes to my soldiers. I love them to death. They're my family, just like my other families. Okay? We take care of each other, don't we, Top? You know what that means when they say top? You're the top sergeant. You're the top sergeant. You're wearing a diamond. Okay? So when I have a first sergeant, he's top. He's it. That's it. Right there in that company. So this is your company. You're it, and everybody answers to you. That's a lot of responsibility. Don't let it go to your head. Don't, you have to get through the door, don't let it go to your head, right? But you're all special, every single one of you. And you've got a lot to offer, every one of you. And if you decide one day that, you know, the military is the way for you, remember this, remember what you're wearing right now and what it felt like to be on the drill team, what it felt like to be up on the stage tonight in front of all those people and who you represent. You're also representing the state of Texas, aren't you? Because you have the state of Texas flag on your left shoulder, right? That's important. Everything you do in that uniform, because no one really knows. If you walked out here, walked down the street, and somebody saw you walking from behind, they'd see the uniform, and they'd, oh, there's a soldier. Right? So be cognizant of that. Be aware of your surroundings and what you're doing. Because everybody in there is looking at you, and they think you're cool. So do I. I think you're cool for what you're doing. And I can't thank you enough for inviting me here and allowing me to take a small portion of your class time to tell you how important you are and how special you are, but how great it is to serve this country. Hopefully you're going to see quite a few veterans here tonight. And as you go up to them and talk to them and thank them for their service, understand that they did it because they wanted to. Some maybe didn't, but they still served, and they love this country, and they're proud of that. I'm proud of that. And I'm proud of you, and I'm proud to get to know you. So have a good time tonight. Enjoy. And remember, the challenge is to say hello. Okay? Because that's one way of stopping the bullying going on, is acknowledging that that person exists and just say hello to them. Right? And then you stick together as an army and make sure nobody bullies anybody. Okay? All right? Okay. You have any questions of me? Anybody have any questions? What do I put in the cargo pocket? So this one has my wallet, okay? Because I don't like to sit on it. Actually starts to hurt after a while. This one I usually will put my glasses, sunglasses or something. I have 2 cell phones. One's Army and one's personal. I have my little card holder.
Wait, like, what do you mean, Army?
So because of my position, the Army gives me a cell phone so they can call me.
Okay.
And I get my email. Yeah, so it's a nice cell phone.
They
Okay.
give that to me?
Well, you know, give it is a different word. I had to sign for it.
Let's get back.
And then, so my family can get a hold of me, I have the other one. And the other pockets, my cover, my hat is on this side, and this one's empty for right now. But that's what I put in my cargo pouches.
What's your weapons and stuff?
So if I'm out in the field, or if I'm doing something different, or if I get deployed overseas, then those pockets become something that's for sometimes food, snacks, you know, ammunition, or other stuff. Okay?
And like, do you just get a food out of nowhere?
No, I don't get deployed out of nowhere.
Did they tell you?
I get deployed out of wherever I'm stationed. So I live in Utah. So if I get deployed, I'll start there. And then wherever they need me to go, wherever they need me to serve.
Every Wednesday you go to bed.
What's that?
Like every Wednesday you go to bed.
When do I go to bed?
Battle.
Oh, battle? When do I go to battle? Whenever I'm supposed to, whenever they tell me.
Like everyone to win.
What's that?
Like everyone to win.
I didn't understand
Like
that.
everyone to win.
From when to when? So have I been to battle? Is that what you want to know? Yes, I've been overseas.
How long does it last?
Usually they last about a year.
Oh, like, so you'll be gone for a year then?
I would be gone for a year at a time, or 9 months. You know, it depends.
Wow.
Sometimes, for some people, it's 90 days. You know, sometimes it's a year, sometimes a year and a half, sometimes it's longer.
Do you know what they do in the Navy?
Do I know what to do in the Navy? A lot of ships. But the medics, there are medics there that help the Marine Corps. Because the Marine Corps is part of the Navy.
So like all you do is like go battle and stuff?
Well, it's not always about just battle. There's other stuff that we do. You know, there's supply, okay? There's so many things, the administrative, there's so many things we do. One more question.
What was your longest battle?
What was my longest deployment? 18 months. And that was from training to coming home. It was
Think about
18
that,
months.
that's
18 months?
18 months, how long is that?
Like about
A year?
Year and a half.
And a half of not seeing did you have?
Yeah, so I was able to come home, I think, three times
Mhm.
to see my family.
But
How long?
But I'll tell you this
you were
much.
gone, you didn't get to see them.
No, I listened to my youngest son be born over the phone. So I missed my son, I get emotional. I missed my son's birth. Okay? That's sacrifice.
That's a sacrifice, and that's why he said, whenever you hear someone, when you see someone in a uniform, you say thank you, is you're saying thank you for all those sacrifices that you probably don't even know about, but just knowing that they have that uniform on, I guarantee you they've sacrificed something.
And the other thing is, you know, it's not just my sacrifice, my family sacrificed. All those soldiers and sailors and Marines and airmen and all of them, their families have sacrificed. How many parents were in the military here? Okay, so you guys sacrificed too. So thank you for your sacrifice. It's not just about us sometimes, it's about the family members. So when you get home, thank your family members for serving, because it means a lot, okay? It's important. I'll tell you this right now, I can't do what I do without the support of my family. I couldn't be here if my wife and my kids didn't support me. You know, and that's the big thing is we need to make sure we recognize family members, because it's really important. Because without them, man, it's a tough job. It's a tough battle. Okay. All right.
Guys, let's give Command Sergeant Major